Welcome to week 4 here in Europe. We're going to start things off with Mouse versus Complexity. Complexity, man, still looking for that first win here. Still looking. Is this the one? Is Mouse going to be the team they finally are able to take down?
No.
No, they're not.
Because of all the reasons they sit on the desk.
All right, well.
They're absolutely correct.
I guess we could just get up and walk away at this point. All the analysis
We're done.
Complexity right now on track to become the second team in Europe, actually, and I think in the history of the RLCS to go 0-7 right now. The only other teams that have ever opened up the season 0-4 was Secret and Allegiance back in Season 4. Allegiance ended up going 1-6, and Secret was the first team and only team right now that has gone 0-7. So
Set to Destroy went 0-7 too, right?
Was that in Season 1? 2?
3? History.
It was something like that.
Some North American team.
There was still, it's not happened very often. Usually teams are able to find some sort of wins at some point. So
at some point.
We'll see. We'll see how the rest of this goes. But yes, on the other side of things, Mouse with equally strange records. They've had the longest season possible at this point, going to Game 5 in every single one of their series, and every one of them has been a reverse sweep, including the two that they won and the one that they lost. So this has been a pretty crazy back and forth, which doesn't give me a lot of like oomph to look at here. You know, Mouse has won games, but it's taken them a long time as we get into game number 1.
But at the same time, Mouse has a lot more going for them than Complexity has. And it really just is a matter of, you know, is speed awake for the first 2 games, I feel like, because they're absolutely right. The offense from Complexity has just been weak. There's no bite to it ever, as it starts off with a shot from Cooksier.
Cooksier was up. The defense didn't find the clear, and my brain said, okay, that means a goal's happening, but the rest of it was able to hold up just fine. And now Flakes on the other side finds a shot, upper 90. Nice placement. Complexity's on the board first.
Well, okay. This is a great start. A nice little chip, uncontested, a rare miss. I mean, how often can you say Cooksier's going to miss a simple back wall bounce?
But what, uncontested too?
Yeah.
It's just him and the ball? Yeah, not very often there. So some defensive mistakes give Flakes an opportunity. Flakes makes it count. Greazymeister moves forward, finds 2 bumps. Here's the shot from Mognus.
Wow.
Well done, set up by Greasy, and Complexity came to play.
What is going on here? Bumps, demo, it's the Knights in Europe.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And honestly, from Greazymeister, you didn't really get to, you had to kind of be paying attention to the left side of your screen to see it there, but Greasy bumps 2 on his way out, which is well done. Here's Greasy. Now the miss of speed will find contact. Mognus play this one down. Cooksier off to the side a lot. Will have control. Play it back to midfield. Speed advances, but Mognus had the ball, so Flakes will now follow this one into the corner. Cooksier's got it over the top of him, but doesn't really have much else other than that. Speed will move in. Beats Greazymeister, but Mognus up a lot. Finds second touch to give it to Speed now. And back in. Here's a lot trying to dribble this one out, but gets demolished, and Cooksier not able to gain control. 3:53 left on the clock. It's still just 2-0 for Complexity.
Real nice job from Mognus there on the rotation back. Loving the aggression from Complexity here early on, and going out and meeting them in the midfield, forcing them to show their hand. It's a well-layered defense.
Speed airborne. Onto the back wall, got Cooksier underneath, but the clear from Flakes put us back to midfield. A lot over the edge, trying to connect with Speed, who got bumped as he rotated out. Magnus not going to make contact. Cooksier's shot went into a lot, and he saves the shot for his team.
That's just, it's real unfortunate because a lot did an amazing job getting that ball out of the corner, and Cooksier placed it perfectly. Unfortunate for Mouse.
Just nailed his teammate. Mouse will still keep looking for that first goal. Flakes, actually, man, I'm surprised Speed didn't go in for that.
Yeah,
Flakes basically passed it to him. Here's Flakes on the other end, though. No one home in goal. Magnus' shot is soft, and a lot will make the save. And now, dribbling back down the other side, Greazymeister onto the wall. He's got Cooksier in that corner with him. He'll play it underneath the former world champ. Cooksier and Greazymeister, both from Season 2, won the world champion together on a team called Flipside.
Good times.
Mognus to Speed. Here's Flakes.
Nice demo.
A lot now. Back down. Flakes and Speed on the far side. Speed with a miss. Flakes actually backed off.
Okay.
Greasy up.
I'm very confused at why Mouse is so out of sorts right now.
Onto the backboard. Here comes the shot from Mognus. The defense misses, and it's off the post and out. Cooksier will be able to get this one away. What was basically a free shot from Mognus wasn't on target, was out wide. Here's Flakes finally to put this one in off of a defender as well. 3-0 for Complexity.
I don't understand why Mouse is so slow to come out of the net here. I mean, Cookseer is a smart enough player to see that neither of his teammates is going to have a good jump at that. He had a perfect read on that angle. He had it all. He just didn't go. I'm just so confused. It's like there were 3 or 4 scenarios there where I feel like Mouse would have went out there and made a decent challenge and got out of their half, and then just let Complexity back in.
They've been struggling with just basic contacts as well. Just missing things off their backboard. Here's Speed looking to start the scoring, drops into the box. Flakes has it back out to Greazymeister. Now up against Cookser. He just booms it from midfield, and the shot is wide. Cookser gets bumped high in his corner. Mognus will try to move in, but Cookser recovers on the wall and clears it laterally. Now a lot with an attempt. Greazymeister to shut him down. Speed with a half flip at midfield to beat Flakes, and Cookser will emerge with ball control. Up against Mognus, takes it to the air. Has got him beat off the crossbar, back down. Greazymeister clears it from the inbound finisher, and Flakes in the corner just has to deal with Speed. What a play, and Cookser's shot just barely high.
Unfortunate for Cookseer, but great job from Greasy to stay with it, and now they just got to hang on. They have a chance to put one away. Not quite enough boost, but that save from Greasy really does, I feel, secure the game for him. I just don't think there's enough time for Mouse, especially because this game 1 has just been a couple missed opportunities, a lot saving Cookseer's shot, and then just some poor defense on the Mouse end.
And just giving Complexity too many opportunities on offense, the most they've had this season. As it looks like they'll get a 4th here. Oh, just high. Here's Mognus in to finish it. He's got to try and tuck this one underneath. It's not going to work as Speed gets it away. But still, record-breaking performance for Complexity. So this is the first game this season they've managed to score 3 goals. And with 30 seconds remaining, I think it's going to be enough for the win.
A lot of demos as well. Seeing Greasy get up there in front of the offense instead of sit on the back line, where I feel like I've normally seen him. He's sort of that guy that has to play defense and really make sure nothing goes wrong on their own half.
Oh, I thought it was going to go in. Mognus and Flakes up against a lot. Greasy will find it. 4 goals now for Complexity. So the defense was caught kind of with their hands tied here, and then the clear out. Cookser, I think he just maybe couldn't see Greazymeister through the wall of players between him.
Definitely looks like that.
7 seconds left. Complexity, it's been all them here in game number 1 as they will shut out Mousesports in the beginning of this series. Still a best of 5 though. They'll have to win 2 more. They want to get their first win on the season. Greasy will flick this one high to make sure everything is all and over. A lot to Speed. Can they actually get one for the road here? No, Cookser hits the post, and that has been the name of the game here in game number 1. Complexity walk away with that one.
You're absolutely correct. It has just been missed opportunities for Mouse. A couple of great pushes down on the other side, like the one at 0 seconds. Cookseer's air dribble pounced off the post. He had a pass from a lot that got saved. There was 3 pretty solid goal-scoring opportunities for Mouse this game that just didn't go their way. And Complexity, to their credit, great approach on the offensive side. They got Flakes the ball. Mognus and Flakes applying a lot of pressure. Plenty of demos. A great block from Greasy here to close it out. And I was especially impressed with Greasy. He had 2 double demo plays and opened a lot of doors for Complexity.
And then this is not an easy setup to make either. Playing backwards there, the backflip into it. I think that's probably why Cookser was just driving straight at him. It's like, you're driving away from me. You're not turning around.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. But moving on to Neo Tokyo, Mousesports has got to find some sort of a semblance of a successful offense here. They had the few solid drives, but even those had their fair share of mistakes. It wasn't a valiant effort from Complexity on the initial contact to the goal that was what stopped the goals from going in. It was always woodwork.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I was fine with Mouse's offense. It's just refining the placement. The defense is the biggest thing for me. I mean, you should never have, 1, Greasy able to demo 2 of you at the same time. That's not good.
No.
But 2, it felt slow on defense for Mouse. I'm so used to seeing them just be, all right, cool, bang, cleared out to side.
They have
somewhere.
the player named Speed.
Exactly.
He is Speed. That's his whole thing.
It's just, I want to see Mouse pick up the defense. I thought the offense did well enough. Just the shooting accuracy was a little off. I just want to see better defense.
Well, here's a good start. A lot shot nearly finds the far post. Greasy gets in the way. Now Flakes up to midfield. Challenged by Speed, he'll lose control. A lot in his own corner, past Mognus, now up to Greasy, shot towards the goal, and Greasy actually, yes, we'll tuck that one around in.
So I want to see if there was a player on the backboard here. Mognus goes up the wall, I'm pretty sure, to go for the demo. Yeah, it gets in Cookseer's face. I think he forced Cookseer to sort of hesitate there before he came back down off the wall.
I could swear Mognus touched that. Like, even on the replay, it looked like Mognus got it around Cookseer there. But the game spoke, said it was Greazymeister. And he'll get the goal. Here's Flakes now on the wall as Complexity keeps the scoring going. Now on a 5-goal streak against Mouse.
And they brought up a great point on the desk as well. Mouse, you can't afford to let Complexity have 3 opportunities to put you away. This poor start in game 2 is concerning. Nice pressure from Cookseer, but again, just saved.
There's Mognus. Demolished in enemy territory. Speed will pick up control. Wants to carry it by himself. Challenged by Flakes. It goes to the side. Cookseer's there. A nice touch over the top of 2, but his teammates weren't in position. A lot wasn't able to move in and make use of that contact. The first minute is come and gone. Mousesports with a double commit on offense. They'll still somehow tag team this one up the field. Greazymeister out of his corner tries to drop it to his teammate Flakes. Cookseer will win the challenge. Greasy's not going to have anything here. Mognus is going to have to buy time, and he does so effectively. Ball back in. Here's a lot. Flakes on the retreat back onto his own half. Manages to block that one. This ball neutralized to midfield. Complexity doing an excellent job stunting any push from Mouse.
Yeah, the ideas from Mouse, though, I really quite like them. Double tap for a lot. Actually make it 3, and he ends up pushing it off to the side. But I am liking the ideas for Mouse. Complexity doing a great job reading where the play is headed, though.
Cookseer off the backboard, out to a lot. Nice extension. Mognus has to get in the way, and he does. Speed was lurking. He's still there trying to find the shot. Here's Cookseer to the far side, and finally the drought will end. They tie up the game at 1 apiece.
And that's just a product. One, Mognus, not a bad clear. Frankly, gets it to a pretty good spot, but Flakes just doesn't make the follow-up play. Lets Cookseer take an uncontested shot, and you know when you let that guy get a free look at the net, I mean, he'll just pick apart the defense, and he drills the right side.
You would think that would be what would happen every time Cookseer gets that situation, but that's what they had a few in game number 1. Was not able to
his
score.
teammate saved one.
That's true. Very true. Cookseer now pushing back into the corner. A lot up. Greasy. A nice touch. Puts it over the top of a lot and into the orange corner, but Speed's able to navigate his own corner just fine. Now off the wall. Cookseer airborne. Greazymeister's challenge no good. Here's Flakes off the ceiling, flip reset to work with. He'll keep the ball nice and high, but Speed off the backboard's got it red, back to midfield. Greazymeister will just try to keep this one in the orange for a moment longer. Speed, red by Mognus. Nice challenge. Now underneath a lot, he'll open up space for Flakes onto the backboard. Greazymeister now, we're looking for his teammate. Here comes Mognus through the air. He just keeps this one soft at midfield. Cookseer will find a lot on the far side, actually threatened it himself, and a lot comes underneath. Complexity defense holds on. Now Flakes out to Greazymeister. Push back onto offense. Still tied up after we cross halftime. 2 minutes left to go.
And Mouse continuously having to just play the long clear. They don't have options. They're just clearing the ball up the field, and it's allowing Complexity to hold on to the ball for long periods of time.
Complexity with a very defensive setup, but they won't get punished for it. Ball's back into the orange. Nobody really home on defense. A lot's trying to move back. Cookseer and Speed were able to close the gap as well. 1:40 on the clock. Cookseer, midfield, a lot airborne. Speed lurking, looking for an opportunity. Stays on the ground as Mognus is up, but Mognus low on boost. He'll take his time getting the ball. Now Flakes on the far side. Again, just shots from midfield towards the goal. Handled easily by Mouse. 124, a miss from a lot on the far side, a miss from Cookseer. Flakes is up, a demolition onto Speed. A lot manages to get back in time and make the save. A great setup from Complexity. The shot just a little bit too slow and gave a lot just the room he needed. 1 minute on the clock.
Not done. Finally uncontested for Cookseer. I want to see how they hang on to this ball. Because I don't think...
Oh, he just balls Flakes all the way back down. Cookseer takes the shot, and that's the lead from out.
So yeah, uncontested. Greasy wants the boost. Greasy's expecting Flakes to turn on that, so he never cuts in. Flakes decides it's too far, though, and stays on the line. So nobody forces Cookseer's hand. And again, he picks the defense apart.
59 seconds left. Mouse with their first lead of the series. Mognus out of his own third. Behind enemy lines here. A lot's got to make contact, and Flakes Thinks he has an opportunity, but falls back. Now Greazymeister up, Cookser demolished, over to Mognus. Speed's got to be there. It's not. Now drop it. Super dangerous. A lot makes a save. It Cookser off the respawn, gets the clear. No pressure from Complexity, despite a very high advantage situation and time starting to wane away. Flakes and Cookser will bump each other in the corner. Cookser manages to disengage, get back out. Greasy, not a solid contact. Here's a lot with the challenge. 20 seconds remaining. Back down in front, Mognus up to the edge. Here's Flakes again. Over and across. 10 seconds remaining. Things looking good for Mouse to tie up this series. Greazymeister over 1. Follows this down speed. Put it back in the corner, and that one should do it here. The ball lofted. Does Complexity have enough boost? I don't think they're going to get to this ball in time. Oh, Flakes is there. Underneath one, but a touch flips her to the side. Off the wall. Mognus keeps it alive. Flakes airborne. What's Greasy going to do? He's the last kind of player who's loose here. A lot with control. Should be able to kill it, and he does. Mousesports tie it up here.
The fact that Cookser was the third man and challenged that aggressively concerns me at the very end. He made the touch, which is great. If you go for a push like that, you better come down with it. But Mousesports win this game. And I was not convinced by it one bit. I wasn't, because this entire game, like, this is a great play from Cookser, but it's a defensive mistake. Greasy and Flakes, neither of them, he picks that ball up on his own half. Neither of them ever challenge him the entire way. He just drives straight up the pitch. Greasy can definitely cut in there and make Cookser make a shot on net. And it's just a miscommunication that allows Cookser to pick him apart. And that's all that happened this game. Cookser made 2 really nice plays on the ball. The rest of it was Mousesports long clearing the ball up the pitch because they don't have anywhere else to put the ball, and then having to make some nice challenges on defense. And to be fair, Mouse played better defense than game 1.
Yes.
But
it still felt like even Cookser's final shot there wasn't all that creative, wasn't that crazy of a shot, and maybe like there was even a slight misinput from Flakes as he flipped, and it looked like in time he could have flipped in the correct direction, but his car just kind of like went into the wall instead of the ball there. But still, either way, like if that's what's winning you games, I'm with you. Like that's not convincing. That's not a situation where I'm like, yes, they are clearly going to take this away from a team who's currently 0-4. Complexity has so much to play for. Every match from Complexity is we just want to get on the board. We want to have a little bit of self-decency in this situation. Let's actually have a win as one of the best teams in Europe here. And Mouse is, 2-1. They're happy. They're looking for playoff contention here at this point, and Complexity's just looking to stay out of relegation. I feel like there's so much more oomph on Complexity's side right now. Mouse has got to play their best.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because I do feel like Mousesports literally just pushed the ball all the way up to the other side. Complexity picked the ball up for free, and then they had to try and get a couple of nice passing plays, which is, that's a great thing for Complexity. When we're sitting here saying you're the worst offense in the league and you suck at this game, and then they make some good approaches on the ball, and it takes some tough defense from Mouse to keep him out of the net. So you can see Complexity has some bite when they're given the space, which Mouse is just forced to launch because they're always in the same place. They're never passing the ball left to right until they're finally on the offensive half. But Mouse on defense is giving Complexity chances, which is not good, because Complexity showed in game 1 they'll make you pay for it.
Yeah, I feel like Complexity had, like, it seems like there's, like, maybe on both sides of the ball, it's some simple just, like, we were talking about the fundamentals with Rogue yesterday. It's kind of fundamental decisions of when to move on to offense and when to stay back on defense. And it's like 2 players are on the let's go into offense game, and 1 player's like, oh, no, we got to stay back, right? And to some degree, these teams need to be all on the same page. They need to, when they have the moments, when they have the advantages, when a player's demoed or when a player's out of position on defense, and say, let's push forward. Let's get 3 shots out of this, not just 1 shot,
And speaking of, let's go ahead and take a look at some last goals. This was, in Game 2, a nice start from Mouse. But then after that, it gets a little hairy here. Flakes just can't handle the ball, and that's just a well-placed shot. This is Cookser just excellence in terms of picking apart a defense. And I see what you're saying, that Flakes, had he jumped properly, he might have been able to get that one.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough to tell.
It's so difficult to manage your flip when you're airborne and like pointed at the sky. It's like, what direction am I going to spin at this point?
So I'm flying this way. I need to turn that way, but my camera's turned around.
Especially if you have ball cam on, and it's like what direction am I facing right now? So we are getting all the players into the same lobby and making sure that the competitive integrity of the match will be maintained. That will be in just a moment. So we'll get to see match 3 here, but tied up at 1 apiece. Complexity. I appreciate seeing the productivity they were able to get here, as getting 5 goals before Mouse was able to score anything here, but just not quite able to close out game 2.
Yeah, I do like Complexity's look today. Am I convinced it's going to be enough to win? No, but that being said, Mouse, well, I could say I'm not convinced Complexity's going to win.
See, I mean, there's no team has convinced me, yes, you are going to win this series at this point, you know?
I predicted Mouse, right? But I watched game 1 and I'm like, oof, okay, not good. And then I watched game 2 and I'm like, okay, it's all right, I guess. And I'm like, Complexity, you're passable.
Game 2, to some degree, felt like somebody had to win the game.
Exactly.
So, congratulations, Mousesports. You won the game. Now convince me that you want to win the game.
You really do have to give a lot of credit to Cookser. He played a great game, too. I mean, he really did have some excellent shooting there. And unfortunately, it was just one breakdown from Greasy and Flakes on the goal line that allowed a go-ahead goal at 1 minute left, and they just couldn't get the push back the other way. But other than that, you really want to see Mousesports take much better care of the ball, because I just don't want to watch another game where they give Complexity opportunities, because you're asking for it. Complexity, Mognus, Flakes, those are 3 strong players that when they get possession can do things despite how poor of a season they've had.
And for me with Complexity, I want to see when they find those mistakes on defense, when they manage to get a demolition or put them in an awkward situation. I want to see all 3 commit. I want to see 3, even if it's 3 crossbar hits, I just want to see 3 players take the shot. Just work together as a team as we get into game 3. Moving on to Banfield. Mognus loft in this one. Cooks are now out a lot in the area. Speed in the midfield looking for the pass. Greasy will break things up. Speed adjusts to challenge, but misses. Greasy gets himself all turned around in the corner. And that'll leave Flakes and Mognus here in the back. Cooks are now looking for a shot from the corner. Didn't even look for the pass. Here's Speed with a follow-up. This one's wide of the goal. Now, the pass across, a lot was in position, but Greazymeister makes the save off to the edge. We'll be able to dodge the goal for just a moment. Pressure still on, though, for Mouse. Speed with a shot from the far side. This is in. What a play. Speed gets on the board first.
Yeah, this is just Cooks here trying to hang on to the ball, deny Complexity the ability to push out of their own half, and Speed just makes a banger of a read, and save that if you can. 71, that's fast.
Yeah, 114 kilometers per hour. Absolute laser. Speed. Nice setup again. Countered by Flakes, now Mognus back to midfield. Flakes underneath him. Holding on to the ball, but lost it there as touched a little bit too strong off his hood. Mouse now with the counter. Mognus over the edge. A lot with the attempt now, Mognus. Over towards Greasy. 2 players advanced from Complexity. Flakes and Mognus will tag team this one out of their half. Cookser with an attempt, now Greasy.
And it's that touch right there. I mean, Cookser, he can probably try and bring that ball down, but he just has to poke it forward and hope he can make the follow-up challenge. Same with a lot. Mouse is just sitting with 2 players on the back line, and they have nowhere else to put the ball.
See, Flakes, he was at the midfield line, 2 players in front of him. They had kind of the sticky situation for Mouse, but decided to fall back. And maybe it was the right decision, but at the same time, Greasy looking for the double tap. Not going to be able to make it go in. Here's Flakes to keep the pressure on. Now, where is Mognus? He'll challenge up. Greazymeister now with the opportunity. His own up against a lot. Double commit on defense will work out for Mouse. They get that one back to midfield. But do they sort themselves out as Flakes comes back in, tries to get it through Speed in front of the box. Here's Mognus into Cookser, off to the wall. And Greazymeister will keep the pressure on for a moment. Complexity's starting to do a better job of advancing his 3 men. Flakes to the edge.
Like the idea of Flakes. Definitely trying to go all the way across the pitch, spread the defense out. And an extended stay here for Complexity is Speed again, forced to just punch it up the pitch. Going for the demo, though.
The demo onto Greasy, breaking it up finally, and the ball will find its way back into the blue box. Across halftime, Complexity yet to score here in game 3. A lot up to Speed. Flakes able to intercept. Mognus with the shot. Oh my goodness. Mognus out of the corner. What a redirect.
They eat this up a lot. Misses the pass to Speed. It's behind him. And Flakes comes in, rips it right back up the field to Mognus, and a strong shot, 119.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Speed, I see you're 114 kilometers per hour, and I raise you by 5. Off to the edge. Complexity tie it up, 2:15 left to go. A challenge from Mouse, not any good. Here's Greasy moving down the field. They're not really able to get it out of their half. They just had to play it onto the wall over and over again. Now Flakes with the attempt. A lot in Cookser in the corner. Not able to do anything. It's up to Speed. Mognus versus Speed on this high corner. There's Cookser with a shot. Greasy and Mognus, the counter back to midfield. A lot with the shot from the middle. Speed on the enemy backboard. Try to create chaos. There's a bit of a double commit as well. 140 left to go. Mouse still knocking on the door here. Just keeping it rotating back in from midfield. Flakes now. Finally breaking out, but no boost. So made it into the orange. Mognus and Greasy both airborne on that. Luckily for them, this ball has stayed nice and high and actually in off the ground from Mognus. What could have been a mistake to be punished turns into a goal.
Yeah, Cookser just gets a little too far behind it. He was definitely trying to stay, well, I should say in front of it, because that means the ball sticks in his box, and just didn't make the perfect read. Just kicked it right back off the ceiling and into the middle instead of up the pitch. And aggressive positioning, that's another one.
And Complexity now with the lead. 1:17 left to go. Flakes going to make use of the ball reset. Mognus trying to move out. Now Cookser control. Flick high. Greasy will counter. Flakes onto the edge. Speed back to the midfield. Flakes on the top of one. Speed back passes to Cookser before
there we go.
Complexity could punish. Now Cookser with a miss in the corner. Speed gives it back to him. The pass in field to a lot. The shot just high of the goal. Cookser gets blocked by Flakes as he tried to finish it up. And now Speed looking to set up one of the teammates. A lot's airborne. All the defense misses. Flakes, though, manages to recover, get in front of it. Cookser couldn't make the shot happen. And Greazymeister on the retreat blocks Speed. Mouse continue to knock on the door to try and tie this up. And everything from Complexity is just enough. 26 seconds left. Mognus high. Cookser back down. Here's Flakes. Speed puts it in the midfield. Greasy's happy to pick it up. It's a lot alone in goal. Greazymeister back out to Flakes. The interception comes through and Speed will block it off the edge. Now a 1v2. Cookser and Speed will make it work. They completely balled the upfield defense. 9 seconds left and we're all tied up.
Definitely worried, Mognus. Went for the fake challenge to see if Speed would do something. Speed keeps it locked on the hood. He's definitely aware of the pass option, but cuts a little too far out to the right. Speed notices and punishes.
It's the moment Mognus bit back in on Speed.
Yep.
Speed's free just to put the ball in that direction. If it goes in, great. If not, Cookser's there. And that'll send us to overtime. Last minute heroics.
That's the best the Mouse offense has looked in this entire series. I mean, they definitely finally getting the ball across the pitch out to teammates instead of just forward off the wall.
Oh, no way. That's how this game goes. All right, some defensive mistakes may be caused by Greasy's positioning here, but Flakes finishes it off in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Speed expecting a touch. Cookser definitely having to deal with a strong shot in a position not advantageous to him, and tip of the cap to Flakes, noticing the open right-hand side and nailed it.
Man, Complexity. Find a second game. All of their games that they've scored 3 goals or more been in this series. And now, I believe, I'm not actually certain, I'm positive about this, but is this their first match point of the season? This is the first time they've actually had a chance to win a series? One game away. Either way, they haven't managed to ever win this game if they've been here this season. So this is a big one for Complexity. They will look for, I believe they've had a game 5, so I don't think this is their first match point. But either way, Complexity looking to finish off this series as they find that overtime victory. Man, it was funny. It seems like we got into overtime the same way overtime was decided, with some defense being like, oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. All right, well, that's a goal. So
reminds me a lot of, what was it, Mouse in Barcelona, where it's just the first couple games where everyone's like, I don't know what defense is. But people
if you have the ball and you can shoot, good for you.
Good for you. But there was a couple of great things here from Mouse on offense. It's all the problems fixed, at least at the end of regulation. They had a couple of great stints, people in position across the pitch, waiting to cover clears and putting the ball back towards teammates. Unfortunately, Complexity still edges out the win.
Well, and I think both teams improved on the working together as a unit that we were talking about last game. We saw extended sieges from both teams with, repeated shots and keeping the ball trapped in enemy territory. The funny thing was, it didn't seem like any of those sieges actually resulted in goals. It was the outlier situations that resulted in the ball going betwixt the posts. So we'll see if Complexity can finish this one off here in Game 4, or are we bound for Game 5? Again, Mouse, they have begun the Game 5 in all 3 of their series so far this season.
So knowing Mouse, another one imminent. Complexity's lost both of their Game 5s this season, however.
Cookser to the goal. Greazymeister gets this away. And just to finish that thought, the one thing Mouse can hang their hat on is this will not be a reverse sweep no matter what. Broken that pattern. Mognus airborne, up against speed, back over the side. Here's Greasy, shot towards the goal in the lot. Send it away. Lot now in the other corner. Cookser, airborne.
Oh, has he got it?
2-touch off the post. Here's speed to finish it. He does it. Well done to Cookser there. A nice setup there, and just gives speed a softball.
And that's really just the speed of Cookser that's so valuable. Makes that, fair enough. He makes that read so quick. Beats the first man despite being the second to jump. And just the control to just finesse that around the last guy and make it a tap-in for his teammate. Well done.
Mal's on the board early again. Complexity find the tie. Mognus out to Flakes. Lofted. Baiting in a lot. A lot will win the challenge. Now Mognus. A full tank of boost to work with. Greasing underneath. Speed will beat both of them. Now a lot to the corner. Flakes will look to gain control. Loses it to Cookser now in front of the box. Mal's trying to pressure. Here's Flakes. Not going to happen. A lot now onto the backboard again. Cookser's looking for it. He's up. Greazymeister misses and he shoots it straight at Mognus, and it still goes in. Magnus's touch wasn't enough. 2-0 Mouse.
And this isn't exactly my favorite approach from Mouse. I mean, Speed has that ball, or a lot has that ball, either to the left-hand corner where Cookser just stole the boost, or towards the backboard, which is fairly defended by Complexity. Complexity just doesn't handle it very well, makes a weak touch, and Cookser makes a great follow-up.
Excellent recovery from Greazymeister. The kickoff not going their way, but managed to get back in time, take the ball away from Speed. Flakes with a flick pass too. A lot moves up from the backfield, puts it into the corner. Mognus with a miss. Here's a shot from a lot, just high. Greasy and Flakes double commit. Speed shot up to a lot. Can he find it? No. Mognus will get down and in the way. Now Cookser in for the third man. Flakes has it out to Mognus. Off the wall and a crazy bounce. Mognus, the attempt to move it up, got it into the orange corner. There's Speed with a miss. Greasy a little bit low on boost, but goes for the slow play on Cookser, and it's not going to work. Here's Flakes now onto the backboard once more. Speed will intercept him, meet him at the point of contact, send it away, and now ball's back into the blue as we approach halftime.
And again, you see Mousesports a lot of times, 2 players on the same part of the pitch, finally a pass across to a lot, but off the mark.
Speed waits for the ball in midfield. Nobody else from his team advanced with him. Cookser now up to Speed in the cherry pick. Make contact. Flakes now off the ceiling. Looks to extend this play out of his half. Gets it set up for Greazymeister. No challenge from Mouse, and the play will work. But they don't advance behind that ball. Again, players all the way back in their own territory. Greazymeister blocks the midfield shot. Speed put it behind one. Now looks for the push behind Mognus. Greazymeister with the pass. Flakes again, just punting high. He'll get it over the top of a lot. Speed, no pressure. Advances from the midfield all the way. 140 left to go. Mognus over the top of one. A lot in his corner. Beats the first player, Greasy. The pass across to Flakes. Mognus finding the bump on Speed, and that's a goal. What a play from Complexity.
Beautiful play here from Complexity. They finally take advantage of all the space Mouse has been allowing them. Great pass across, pressure in the net on Speed, forcing him to think about the demo as well. And a well-placed ball from Flakes to the far post.
134 left to go. Complexity showing life in Game 4.
That's all the things you want right there out of an offense.
Love to finish this one off before that critical game 5. A win in the midfield. Mognus looking to set up Greazymeister. Speed has to read the situation, but no contact happens, so Speed will have that ball on his own backboard. Mognus past 1 now, into the corner. A soft touch from a lot. Flakes has the opportunity. Speed gets demolished on the back line. Flakes, though, couldn't gain control in time, and Cookser and a lot will be able to counter this one. Greasy, though, up. Speed on the respawn. Here's Mognus with a shot. A lot makes the block. Flakes is in position to put it back into the corner. Greazymeister now closing back in. 3-man offense. Here they go. Speed trying to get it across his own goal and does so. Mognus the pass back out to Flakes. Speed with not a solid contact. And Complexity stays up on offense. Flakes back to Greasy. Wins the challenge again. And the pressure continues to build here. Flakes looks for Mognus on the far side, wins another challenge. Speed's got to play this one, and there's a nice solid touch up to the ceiling. Mognus and Greasy, though, managed to find a response at midfield. Cooks are in a lot, both balled in the corner. Here's Flakes with the shot and the tie game. Complexity put the pressure on shot after shot, and finally Mouse cracked.
Real nice job of handling all those clears from Complexity. Mousesports definitely trying to find every way they can, but they could never just get a strong touch all the way to the opposite end. Even that last one from Speed kissed the ceiling and came back down, and Flakes jumped on it.
With 30 seconds left, it's a tie game, and Complexity are 1 goal away from their first win of the season. Speed with the advance. Mognus will challenge him just to take it off his hood. Flakes will try to push it away, but Cookser's there. Now the 3-man push from Mouse. Can they take this lead right back? As this ball is dangerous in front. A good touch from Mognus over the edge. Flakes will move up, beats Speed. 9 seconds left. 8-7 as Cookser puts this one just high. Mognus creates a threatening situation again. Greasy out to midfield. Flakes will win the challenge. Does he have enough boost to finish this off through the air? Oh, no, it's just off the post, and we'll go to overtime in game 4.
I thought he had that.
That would have been nuts if he scored that.
Giving me a heart attack.
Greazymeister to finish it all. To win the series, tries, but now a lot with control. Mognus and Flakes in the backfield. A lot gets it past 1. Flakes is going to get demolished. Speed there. Greazymeister moves in from the side. Speed just didn't quite have enough of his namesake to get there. And Cookser will be able to push it away.
Can you imagine if Mouse would actually have an option to the side as this is picked off by Flakes and punched off the bar, but a lot made a beautiful play there, and it's because Speed had to come from all the way on his own half that they can't confirm the goal.
Flakes found so many bumps right there, but Greasy couldn't push out of this corner, and the ball stays in the blue. Now Speed shot towards the goal. Greazymeister's got the save, and Mognus tries to challenge, but a lot's already got him well beat. Flakes will take control on the ground. 2 players in front of him. Ball's Cookser. Now the next player. 1v1. Can he do it? Tries to go for the fake on him. Nearly dunks him, but Speed able to caress it to the corner. Get that one away. We'll stay playing here.
Oh, here we go.
First minute expires. Mognus beats a lot cleanly. Cookser has to adjust for defense. The play to the corner, not the best. Flakes up, the pass down in. Greazymeister's there. Shot towards the goal. It's saved by Speed. Speed now trying to advance back out. Counterattack to Mognus, and Mognus has the block. Cookser, though, picking up control. Speed won't find any demolitions. Actually, he does. Gets Mognus on his way out just at midfield. But Flakes neutralized this challenge. We'll chill out for just a moment.
Finally, Cookser comes to close the gap. And it's just the defense from Mouse is allowing so much space. They never are able to build that crushing pressure.
Here's a lot off the backboard. Greasy, uncontested, has this all the way. Up against Speed and net, looks for the shot. Speed's got the block. Here's the shot from Flakes, and a lot makes the play. 1:44 on the clock, and Cookser tries to get it out of his own half, but the pressure from Complexity continues. Finally, Speed will find a ball all to himself, but immediately countered back into the orange corner by Greasy. And a lot's going to take 2 touches to get this one out. It should be challenged, but nobody's really there. Greazymeister in midfield takes it off of his hood, but a demolition in goal. Flakes, no contact. Greasy will just find the punt away, and Flakes tries to extend this one underneath Cookser. Speed now, through the air, a lot underneath, over the top of 1, off the backboard. Greasy misses, and a lot will finally double tap it in what is, I don't know, Baby's first double tap here will win the game.
How much boost did Speed have? I was watching him do that aerial the whole way, and I just always thought it was about to just peter out, and just that last burst of it to punch it high off the wall and beat the last man, and I about lost it if a lot kicked that off the post.
My goodness. Speed with the double. Speed and Greazymeister, opposite sides of the field, double savior medals, 6 saves apiece. What a goal. What a game. To get us into overtime, the near 0 second, the buzzer beater to win it. Like, what a stylish way that would have been. Just slightly off target.
Yeah, he just missed it. But again,
man,
watching this game, Mouse wins. And I think Complexity played the better game.
I gotta give it to Mouse on the overtime saves.
That is true.
The play in net, so much pressure from Complexity, many excellent shots, but they kept their wits about them on the goal line, made sure to get that ball away, break up some pressure. They got themselves out of a sticky situation against a very hot Complexity team there. Complexity
but unfortunately,
that was the best we've seen them.
Complexity still went on to score after all that pressure is the unfortunate thing. But in the overtime, yes, absolutely some great defense from Mouse. In regulation, though, Complexity definitely playing the better game. Game 5, I gotta favor Complexity.
I don't know. Mouse has been to Game 5 3 times. This is their 4th. This is par for the course.
I know.
This is the way of the road for Mousesports. They're playing Game 5 again, and they've won 2 reverse sweeps already this season.
I know.
I don't know.
Complexity hasn't won anything, but
I cannot give favorite.
I think they're playing well.
Clutch it up.
I think Complexity is playing the better game, despite Mouse winning the last 2 games of this series. I feel like Complexity is going to get a W here.
We'll see. So Mouse plays their 4th Game 5 in 4 series. Speed trying to get this out of his own corner. Mognus will put it right back. Cookser tries to extend it. Flakes touches very high. Cookser up, doesn't make contact. He's going to need This defense is all over the place right now for Mouse. Greasy will have plenty of time to push this back. Pass back from Mognus to Greasy. Excellent play. Broken up by Speed. Mognus up to try and extend it out to Flakes. Speed's presence will shake Flakes off that ball.
And then he just left right at the end. All he had to do was get right in Flakes' face in the corner. It would have been much more dangerous.
Oh, this dangerous ball anyways for Mognus. We'll get this one out using a lot. It's a pool cue. Greasy out of the corner. Cookser has him red. Flakes in the net. Move up on the backboard. Doesn't make contact. Here's the pressure from Mouse, but just too far back. One player farther up, and that's a goal for them easily. The ball back in front of the box. A lot will try to take this one away, but Flakes extends it back to his own team. A lot finally. A pop past Greasy. Flakes to follow. Cookster's got it underneath, but Mognus on the goal line's got the save. 3:37 left to go. Neither team on the board in the decisive Game 5.
Really just the approach a little too slow from Mouse here. Cookser has no options really, and they're always looking for the touch somewhere off the wall.
What a play indeed as Speed and Flakes up onto the wall. Here's Greasy. Nice extension. Cookser to Speed now. Back into the box. Mognus and Flakes up. Over the top of a lot. Bumped though. Won't be able to recover. Here's Speed now with a lot under tow. Cookser in his back corner. Flakes has him beat. Speed will move in. Solid rotations from Mouse here on defense. A lot with a shot or with a save needed.
Oh, he missed.
Oh my goodness. Complexity with opportunities that just absolutely slipped through their fingers.
That was free.
They had the opportunity to get the lead there as we are nearly to halftime. Neither team on the board. Last few games we've seen early goals.
Definitely put an asterisk at 2:45 on the clock. If this game is decided by 1 goal, Flakes is going to be kicking himself.
There's Mognus off the wall. Greasy up. Flakes on the far side. Onto the edge, back in front of the box. None of his teammates there. Mognus will loft it again, but nobody's really home to make use of this. Greasy will think about it, but too much pressure. Mal's able to clear that one well. Now Mognus back to the corner. Cookser, all the power. Greasy with the read. Speed on the back wall. Has to clear it, and he does. 2:05 left to go. As time starts to wane, every goal will mean more. Flakes holds onto this one high. Loses it down a lot now. Into the midfield. Flakes wanted to think about the demolition on the Speed, but Speed was long gone by the time he got there. Now Greasy advancing, looking for more bumps. Cookser out of his corner. Flicks Mognus. Flakes advancing back. Cookser could possibly do this by himself, but sets up Speed instead. Ball still high, still needs a lot. Speed tries to drop it himself. The lot moved in too far. And now Cookser, though, onto the open net. Mognus makes the save. Oh my goodness, he's got it away. And we're still scoreless with 1:25 left to go.
Great defense from Complexity again, really defending that wall. Speed trying to get one quickly through Mognus, and a great save. Second chance for a lot off the wall.
Cookser still aggressive on the enemy backboard. Flakes will pinch it away. Speed with a shot from midfield. Mognus continues. Mognus has gotten warmed up in net. A player who built
got 6.
A career on defense. He's back here again. Flakes through one. A lot falls back. Cookster's got him beat, but Mognus up. Lofts it. Greasy thinks about it. Nobody wants to bite. Mognus called him off of it, kept him up in the air, and now Greasy goes, but Speed's already beat him. Now Flakes alone in goal. Speed wins the challenge. He's got the setup. Where's Cookster? He's coming on in against Mognus. This time can't quite get it around that corner. With 38 seconds left, Greasy through two. A lot now in the backfield. Stolen by Mognus. Cookster and Speed in the back. Mognus thinks about it, tries. Now Flakes up against two. Cookster. He's got it through one. Greasy back to midfield. A lot to the backboard. Mognus off to the edge. Speed and Cookster lurking at the mid. Shot from the midfield is wide. 13 seconds left. Looking like we're going to golden goal. Flakes through one. Here's the final countdown. Can they win it here in the waning moments? Speed just keeps this ball high. Greasy will stall it out as well. They'll just go to overtime in game 5. 1 goal will give one of these teams a win. The Complexity be their first of the season. Can they do it?
And is Flakes off the hook, or is Mognus an absolute hero in game 5?
It's Flakes through one. Speed uncontested. A lot finds bumps, but Greazymeister, after being bumped, manages to make the save, get it away. Cookster, no shot was there. Speed now through two. No, Flakes has him countered. A lot airborne. Keeps this one out. Speed with an opportunity here. Doesn't make contact. That's going to be a long recovery for him. Mognus and Greasy trying to push it out, but Cookster's got the counter. Now Flakes to the edge. Speed half rotates back in. Cookster demolished in front. A lot with the shot. It puts it in. Mouse take another game 5, and Complexity keep looking for that first win.
Comes down to a smoke screen right here. Mognus doesn't see the ball fly through the smoke, has to react late, and a lot just smashes it as hard as he can. And they will indeed come out with the win in game 5. And devastating for Complexity. You had it. You had them dead.
So many opportunities. Not just in this game, but in the last as well. Opportunities, 1 goal away, heartbreakers. And I gotta say, I still think that part of the situation here is the experience of players like Cookster playing in final games.
I did want to bring that up as that overtime got going, but a lot was happening. And Cookster was, I do feel like his particular brand of understanding and the speed he brings is incredibly valuable. You can always trust that. Get the ball on offense or out of a tough spot, you can always depend on him.
Yeah, a lot was happening as he scored the final goal here. Well done by them. Speed able to set that one up. And again, man, yeah, no save. There was literally Flakes had a save. Nobody else had saves except for Mognus, who had 6.
Yeah.
So that is that's 6 savior medals across the last 2 games that were handed out there. Pretty crazy stuff there. But, man, heartbreak for Complexity. They'll keep looking for that first win in Season 8 here. But we're going to move on to the next series. Take a quick break here on the RLCS. When we come back, Veloce taking on FC Barcelona. Which team's the most hot right now? Well, we'll find out after the break.